we've got a pretty hot on the presses expose here for you. So it was April Fool's yesterday, full disclosure. So that's obviously why David Pakman did this, but had to talk about this regardless. So David Pakman was doing his show, amidst this whole set war. I guess there's been like a sort of truce or a ceasefire. I haven't seen any sort of attacks lobbed in a while. But David Pakman, as you guys can see here on the screen, has a bit of a logo difference on his TV. He has a TV where he completely turned it on its side, basically. And so it's a vertical looking TV. The logo looks a little familiar to something. Now, it's not the David Pakman Show logo. It's the Majority Report logo. It's just adapted for David Pakman. So it says, I think this is what the David Pakman Show with David Pakman, but it has obviously the Majority Report logo. So that was something a lot of people were pointing out there. Now this is an even funnier thing that he stole from him. That was the first thing that I had noticed. So Sam Seder had actually posted this video. Of him recording himself, basically. He got a call from this fake IRS scammer where the IRS calls you on your phone and says, we've got like an arrest warrant out for you, and you have to like call us, go to the store and buy like some vanilla Visa gift card or like a GameStop gift card to pay us. It's hilariously stupid, obviously, right? And the video blew up. He uploaded it, it blew up. It's like over 2 million views right now. So David Pakman posted his own video. Check this out.
What do you say, zip code?
Zip code is 12534.
12534.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you for your patience, Mr. John Benjamin.
Thank you.
And the reason which I've called you that is some outstanding tax pending under your name, so which you are being listed as a primary suspect. So I'm talking about your federal taxes, John.
Right.
So which you pay every year, either incorrect or else you have made some mistakes while filling the taxes.
Right.
So please grab a pen and paper handy with you so that I can say the case ID number, brief information about your case file.
Okay. Right.
Your case ID number is C as in a Charlie, P as in a Peter.
I'm CP 90. I'm sorry, CP.
CP.
Yeah.
90832.
832. Of course.
Yeah, I just got a voicemail that there's a problem with the tax return I filed last week and to call this number.
Can you speak clearly so that I can understand?
Yes, I got a voicemail saying there's a problem with my tax return and to call this number.
So, can I have your first name and your last name?
Yep, first name is Seltzer, last name is Kolinsky. Oh, man. That didn't work.
Thank you for calling Internal Revenue Service. How can I help you?
Yeah, I'm returning a phone call that said to call this number that there's a problem with my tax return. I filed it like 10 days ago.
All right. When did you receive the phone call?
Today.
All right. Let me pull up your case from system. Stay on the line.
Okay.
So, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Could you provide me your first and your last name to me?
Yes, ma'am. First name is Seltzer, last name Kolinsky, and I can spell that for you.
Yeah, so all David Pakman has really done at this point is he's pretty much opening himself up to more and new lawsuits. I'm sure that this is going to end up going to the Supreme Court. It'll go through the appellate system for a while. It'll probably take a while, it probably will get locked up in the court system for sure. But I think it'll eventually reach the Supreme Court. But he's going to have to change his name at this point, man. It's not the David Pakman Show. You should probably call it like the Minority Report or the David Pakman Report, the Pakman Report. I don't know. It's got to be something like that. But, does Pakman shoot in the Sam Seder studio or is it vice versa? That's a good question to ask. Also, final thing I want to mention on this. Who falls for those IRS scammers? Because I had to watch part of I forget if it was just a part or if like it was a good amount of the Sam Seder IRS scammer video, but it's hilarious, obviously. But like if you watch it from the beginning, these people all have extremely thick Indian accents to the point where most of the time you can't even understand what they're saying. And they go, and when they tell you their name, like I think the name of the dude who was talking to Sam is, he goes, "Yeah, my name's Mitchell Anderson," with like his super heavy, thick Indian accent. Really? And I've seen, you've probably seen Onage Pranks. He's like this insanely popular channel who has been doing this for years now, where he just does prank calls and he does videos of them. And he'll troll these IRS scammers too. And they'll always be like, "My name is Bill Bob," or like Mark Johnson or something like that. It's like, really, dog? That's your name? And then they like they transfer you to their senior officer. And then the senior officer also has an extremely thick Indian accent. It's like, bro, what is going on? And my question is, who falls for this nonsense? If you fall for it, honestly, I don't even know what to tell you, man. And it's hilarious. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna call your local police. We have an arrest warrant for you." And then they're asking you for all your information as they have an arrest warrant for you. Really, dog? You don't know their information, but you have an arrest warrant? Seriously? Come on. And then they're like, I think it was the Sam Seder one. I don't know if it was Sam Seder or a different one. Whereas the IRS fake caller, they tell them to go to a store to buy this card, to buy like a gift card of some sort. I forget if it was like, I don't know, a fucking GameStop gift card or something like that. Really, the IRS is asking for payments in GameStop gift cards. Really? Who falls for this nonsense, man? I really don't understand this. But anyways, the David Pakman show is absolutely ripping off the Majority Report, and I had to bust this story.